753 BCE, the legendary founding of Rome by Romulus and Remus, two brothers raised by a she-wolf, symbolizing the birth of a civilization. Rome's early kings rule with iron fists, establishing traditions and religious practices that would shape the future republic. 509 BC, the overthrow of the monarchy marks the birth of the Roman Republic. Citizens take control, and the Senate is established as the heart of Roman politics. The Roman military expands, conquering neighboring Latin tribes and securing control of the Italian peninsula by the 3rd century BCE. 264 to 241 BC, the First Punic War against Carthage. Rome begins its conquest of the Mediterranean, seizing Sicily and establishing itself as a naval power. 218 to 201 BC, Hannibal crosses the Alps during the Second Punic War, ravaging the Roman heartland. Yet Rome perseveres, eventually defeating Carthage at Zama. Rome's victory over Carthage cements its dominance in the Mediterranean, paving the way for expansion into Spain, Greece, and North Africa. 146 BC, the destruction of Carthage and Corinth. Rome eradicates its rivals, ushering in an era of unrivaled dominance. The Republic is strained by internal conflict. Class divisions between the patricians and plebeians widen, leading to political unrest. 133 BC, Tiberius Gracchus pushes for land reforms, sparking violent opposition. His assassination signals the growing instability within Rome. 107 BC, Gaius Marius' military reforms revolutionize the Roman army, allowing the poor to enlist. Loyalty shifts from the state to military commanders. 88 BC, Sulla's march on Rome. The first time in history a Roman general seizes the city by force, igniting a dangerous precedent for civil war. Julius Caesar rises through the ranks, forging alliances with Pompey and Crassus. The first triumvirate is born, reshaping Roman politics. 49 BC, Caesar crosses the Rubicon River, declaring war on the Senate. The die is cast, he says, as Rome plunges into civil war. Caesar's victory in the Civil War makes him dictator for life. His reforms challenge the old order, but resentment simmers in the Senate. 44 BCE, the Ides of March. Julius Caesar is assassinated by a group of senators led by Brutus and Cassius, who fear his growing power. Civil war erupts once again, with Caesar's grandnephew Octavian and General Mark Antony vying for control of Rome. 31 BC, the Battle of Actium. Octavian's fleet crushes Mark Antony and Cleopatra's forces, marking the end of the Roman Republic. 27 BC, Octavian is granted the title Augustus, becoming the first emperor of Rome, ushering in the Pax Romana, a period of peace and prosperity. Augustus expands the empire, reforms the administration, and strengthens the military, setting the foundations for an enduring empire. Rome's legions push the borders, conquering territories from Britain to Egypt. Rome becomes the most powerful empire of the ancient world. However, the empire's prosperity masks the rising power of the Praetorian Guard, who would later manipulate and murder emperors at will. 37 CE, Caligula ascends to power. A once promising ruler becomes a tyrant, remembered for his cruelty, extravagance, and madness. 54 CE, Nero becomes emperor. His reign is marked by cultural achievements but also tyranny, persecution of Christians, and the Great Fire of Rome in 64 CE. 68 CE, Nero's suicide triggers the Year of the Four Emperors, a chaotic period as Rome struggles to find stable leadership. 69 CE, Vespasian emerges victorious, founding the Flavian dynasty and beginning the construction of the Colosseum, Rome's symbol of power. The Flavian emperors stabilize the empire, but challenges mount. Pressure from barbarian tribes on the frontiers begins to intensify. 96 to 180 CE, the reign of the Five Good Emperors, a golden age of expansion, wealth, and architectural achievement, with figures like Trajan and Hadrian. However, beneath the surface, economic troubles, corruption, and the growing power of the military begin to erode Rome's foundations. 180 CE, Marcus Aurelius, the last of the 5 good emperors, dies, and his son Commodus' reign plunges the empire into instability. 193 CE. The assassination of Commodus leads to the Year of the 5 Emperors, as civil war erupts once more within Rome. Septimius Severus stabilizes the empire, but his militarization of the government weakens the Senate and makes the emperor reliant on the army. The 3rd century CE sees repeated invasions from Germanic tribes, as Rome's borders are increasingly vulnerable to attack. The crisis of the 3rd century, a period of economic collapse, military defeat, and political chaos, nearly brings the empire to its knees. 284 CE, Diocletian rises to power, dividing the empire into east and west, hoping to better manage its vast territories. Diocletian's reforms temporarily stabilize Rome, but the growing separation between east and west becomes a permanent division. 312 CE. Constantine the Great unites the empire once more and embraces Christianity, transforming the cultural and religious identity of Rome. 330 CE. Constantine establishes Constantinople as the new capital of the Roman Empire, shifting power to the east. By the late 4th century, the Western Roman Empire is under constant pressure from barbarian invasions. Visigoths, Vandals, and Huns encroach on Roman lands. 410 CE. The Visigoths, led by Alaric, sack Rome. This unprecedented event shocks the Roman world and symbolizes the empire's decline. 476 CE. Romulus Augustulus, the last emperor of the Western Roman Empire, is deposed by the Germanic chieftain Odoacer, marking the fall of Rome. The Western Roman Empire crumbles into fragmented kingdoms, but the Eastern Roman Empire, or Byzantine Empire, survives and thrives for centuries. The Roman legacy endures. Its laws, language, architecture, and culture continue to shape Western civilization. The fall of Rome is not the end. It is a transformation, as the remnants of the empire become the foundations of medieval Europe. Roman law and the idea of the Republic inspire modern democracies, while Latin influences the languages of Europe. The Roman Empire's military strategies, infrastructure, and engineering achievements remain unparalleled for centuries, influencing empires that followed. Rome's architectural marvels, the Colosseum, aqueducts, roads, and the Pantheon, stand as symbols of human ingenuity and ambition. Even as Rome crumbled, its empire's greatest contribution was not its territories, but its enduring impact on the world's future civilizations. The rise and fall of Rome teaches us about the cycles of power, the fragility of empires, and the resilience of cultural legacies. From its humble beginnings to its eventual downfall, the Roman Empire's story is a reminder of the heights humanity can reach and the dangers of hubris. Rome is gone, but its echoes remain, resonating through the ages, reminding us of the lessons of history. The Roman Empire, once the most powerful force on earth, shows us that even the mightiest can fall, but their influence can last forever.